Today we're taking a trip back into the ancient past as we look at a set of Hanafuda cards and specifically the game Koi Koi.
Yes, this very popular game in Japan. You match sets of cards in order to get points. And if you think you're brave enough to try to get another set before your opponent, you can call out Koi Koi for double or nothing.
It's really fun to call it out. Koi Koi! Koi Koi!
Well, I'm Will Keeler.
I'm Jonathan Estes, and this is Roll for Crit Playback.
Are you ready to Koi Koi?
I'm ready to Koi Koi. I don't know if I will Koi Koi.
Yeah, neither am I. Well, I'm going to start off. I'm going to match these two.
All right. That looks like a good match.
And let's see what I pull. And it does not match anything. So.
Okay. Good opening move.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at my cards yet. All right, now I have to remember what things actually match what things.
Pretty much go for stuff that has prettier pictures.
I'll match this lovely plant I can't identify with this other. They're like the most boring plants in the entire game.
I was going to take the card you were going to take. So, I'm going to take this red scroll.
All right.
And that does match.
Oh, well. All right, I'm pretty sure these two match.
Yeah.
Those are the same, so I'm going to do those.
I mean, if you're not sure, just look at the month.
Yeah. I just like to play it fast and loose. How many scrolls do you have over there?
2.
Oh, man.
So not near. But I got a bunch of junk.
I got one of those.
Nice.
Some cool Japanese writing on it that probably says something cool.
Ah, that's a real bummer. I'm gonna have to put one down. That matches with what I played. So,
well,
there I go.
You picked the right card.
There's another scroll and there's more junk.
You need 3 of the same color scroll, right? Or unless you have 5 of any color.
Yeah.
Right.
It's 5 of any color, 3 of the red scrolls of the writing, 3 of the blue scrolls.
And if you have green scrolls, call the Avengers. All right, so you have the butterfly. Do you have any other animals?
Actually, I don't think I do.
I just have the bird.
I have this thing, but... So yeah, I have 2 animals, technically.
Oh, but if you get the deer and the boar, they're still out there, unless I have them in my hand.
Of course, now I feel like...
in your hand. What do I know?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the...
basic ones.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think these are a match, right?
Yeah.
So this is my 10th basic, and this would not be a basic.
Yeah.
Right.
You may choose now to either end or call Koi Koi.
So I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't have enough scrolls. I don't have enough animals. I'm pretty sure I should just end it.
So you get a point.
Yay! Whole point. We should be betting things.
Well, I don't know how the betting works in this, but I know it exists because of that movie Summer Wars.
But I have the moon, which will get me these birds.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Jonathan, why do you just deal me terrible cards?
I'm sorry, it's just the way I do it.
You are just the worst. I think that's actually, because I think the reason the 2 card, I think it's supposed to be like a sake cup. And the thing is, you're drinking, watching the moon, or drinking, watching the blossoms.
I thought it was a football or a blimp.
Oh, obviously, you know, football, which is known as American football, was invented in Japan.
I actually thought it was like a little paper thing you'd like put a candle in.
Stuff,
yeah. I guess they're called lanterns. I'm gonna take this guy. I have a complete set.
Oh, so you had 3 in hand. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't have a chance to get the moon.
No.
All right. You're a terrible person. I want to remind you of that.
Agreed.
Because I cannot take anything. So I'm going to put some random pine trees down.
Okay.
And, oh! Well, I have a full month.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I don't think that's a hand, but...
And you took a bright card for me, which is pretty good. These 2 guys are the same thing?
Yeah. Oh, and that's 2 lights.
And 2 lights.
You can't take things. I need you to leave things for me.
I'm greedy.
Well, I'm going to take the pine I put down with a light. So I just split the lights,
yeah.
so that hand's now impossible.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'm taking this. My second writing scroll.
Oh.
I need a third.
Yeah.
But it's not what I wanted, but it's good.
But you have 4 scrolls now.
9 basics.
Basics.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I should go gambling.
You should. I'm glad I didn't put any money on this.
I'm going to Las Vegas tomorrow.
I'm going to take this.
So the game itself is actually called Koi Koi, but we are using Hanafuda cards. This is actually similar to saying like poker with playing cards.
Right. Presumably, there are other games you could play with them.
Right, and we probably, we're doing this in America, and really, Koi Koi is really the most we see it out, usually a lot of times in media forms like the Summer Wars and other things, but it pops up a lot.
Yeah, so for a little bit of a history lesson, I'll give you some background on the game. It is a Japanese card game. It actually emerged back in the 1600s during a time in which gambling was outlawed and regular playing cards were illegal in Japan. So what ended up happening is they just started making a bunch of brand new kinds of cards with pictures on them of different sorts so they could gamble. And those cards kept getting banned, and they had to make a new set, and that one got banned. And eventually they ended up with the Hanafuda cards, and by that time the gambling ban was kind of just over.
So there may be like 100 different kinds of decks of cards.
There were a lot of interesting ones. I don't know what they are, but it was in 1889 that Nintendo actually started producing Hanafuda sets, and they're still making them today in Japan. They're the #1 sort of people who are associated with the game, which is interesting that they kind of started out as a gambling card game producer. It's a little different from the view we have of them today.
And now they gamble on systems.
That's right. So we played it for this show, and we've played it before, and we did not gamble.
No.
We just kind of did it freestyle. And normally you're supposed to go for 12 rounds. We did a much shorter version of the game, but it is not dissimilar from like Gin Rummy or something like that, where you're making sets. You're scoring
Well, I mean,
points.
usually I think that's going to happen a lot in a lot of the betting games. It's sort of this idea of making sets, which is easy enough for people to understand, especially when you're drinking or eating.
Yeah. And the cards are great because they're like thick plastic.
Yeah.
They're waterproof, really.
These are also, I'd say, a bit prettier than regular playing cards that we're used to, assuming we're sticking with the basics. Because
Right.
you can get all different playing cards. Like you also have Nintendo character Hanafuda cards.
Yeah, which are pretty awesome. If you're a Nintendo fan, those are a really nice collectible thing to have. But yeah, it's pretty artwork. I mean, I don't know. Why do you like the game overall?
Well, overall, it's one of those cool things. It's the same reason why I think people should like and know about like poker. Both of these are and chess too. I mean, these are such old games that they have history. Like I mentioned, Summer Wars, but these kinds of things will spread everywhere for both games. For example, like going to poker, you see the dead man hand, which has this big relevance of like when someone was killed with this hand, or like even smaller things like the Royal Flush Gang and Batman and stuff. Like there's small references all over the world when they'll pull from this. Like I know also a smaller one in the Naruto anime. There's a group of 3 people who are referred to as, because there's like the boar, the pig, and the butterfly.
Okay, yeah.
So like this kind of stuff, knowing these older games sort of lets you see how they might be used in other forms of media and stuff.
It's a cool cultural artifact.
Right. And like we said, we only know apparently one game. Apparently there's others out there to play with the Hanafuda cards.
Yeah, Koi Koi is definitely the best one. Although Hanafuda is a little more, it sounds so much more dignified than Koi Koi. It's just 2 fish. Hanafuda actually means flower cards in
Which
Japanese.
definitely makes sense if you look at the card.
Yeah.
But it's like cards, there's crazy 8s, there's but poker really is the one.
True. And I mean, the thing about this game, you can tell it was designed as a gambling game. It is.
Well, the fact Koi Koi is, in essence, double or nothing.
Right. It is definitely super luck-based. I mean,
yeah, I mean, I had one hand when I'm just like, I got nothing. You're just like, yeah.
But for some reason, it doesn't feel as bad as some games where I think it's because it's so simple that it's sort of like poker in that way, where it's more of the kind of thing where it's almost an excuse to hang out and drink and talk.
Right, and I think that's what makes gambling games so popular.
I cannot play something.
Finally.
Well, I'm like, what do I want to try to get that I'm hoping you can't get? I'll put another scroll down.
I will take that scroll.
Shorks. Are these? I have to put it down either way. Are these the same?
Yes, they are. So you get, and that's 10. I'm assuming, judging by how we've split a lot of things, I'm assuming you don't want to go koi koi.
Yeah, and you have so many cards that I feel like.
Go ahead.
Give me this brightness.
Ooh.
I know, it feels so special to have that.
That's too bright, man. Let's get some poetry started.
Okay, these guys. Are those the same?
Yeah, this is.
Okay, good.
There's nothing that looks like it. So if it looks
Okay.
I know it's a little weird because they have round or point. But
And I'm like, there's red stuff here and not here.
well, I'm going to take the hill that was just played, so I can get a light. All my cards are different.
I got a bird.
All right. That brings you to 3 earth. Oh no, you have 10 basics.
I do have 10 basics.
If you count that.
I'm koi koiing.
All right, you're koi koiing.
Koi koiing.
I do have that. So that gives me 2 lights. Oh, 5 scrolls.
Oh wow! I didn't notice you had all those scrolls. So yes, 1 point, but 2 points.
2
because I
points.
koi
All
koied,
right,
which ties
I
us
tie
up.
ya.
Low stakes in this game. Very low stakes. The stork.
Ooh, a light right off the bat.
I know, these lights are the best things. They're definitely the most exciting.
Oh, well, of course they are. They're the artwork.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this with this. So that's actually 2 earth. And the boar.
Ah, snap.
That's 3 earth.
That boar, huh?
Yeah, the boar, man.
That boar. I'll break it to you early. You're not going to get that deer boar butterfly.
Aww.
Yeah, sorry. But neither will I. So I'm also sad.
These match. So that's 2 scrolls. And
oh, he's got the moon.
oh wait, that's
Oh, you've got
Moon viewing.
the moon viewing. Oh, are you gonna koi koi?
I'm gonna koi koi because it's gonna. Where's the fun in not doing it?
I agree. You gotta koi koi once in your life.
Well, it's your turn.
Okay. Okay, well, I've got this guy.
Oh, that's 2 lights.
2 lights. There are 2 lights.
That's the 3rd light.
That is a light. Oh man, if I can get it.
All right, well, I'm taking this. I cannot get that light from you. Or can I? No, I can't. Can you get it?
I can't get that light either. And that guy?
That.
Yeah, okay. All right, I got
Do you
3
finish
scrolls.
anything?
No.
Okay. I do.
Oh, he done it. He's done it.
I've got 5 earth.
But this is 5, right?
Yeah, so that's a total of 6
So a total
points.
of 6. So, yeah. Good. You did
right.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty good. You got a double koi koi for 6 points. Yeah, and it's also interesting playing this as people who aren't familiar with it and when you're used to playing cards, because you have to know these sets, and they aren't always obvious.
But I think that's probably like it might be the same like.
Well, even as someone who doesn't play poker a lot, I also have that when I play poker.
Right. No,
I'm
that's what I was
like,
gonna say. If someone's like, if you were raised where this is popular, and then come and like, think, is this a set? No, that's not a full house.
But it is because I do think the numbers. Well, also in poker or playing cards, there's 4 suits. In this game, there's 12.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely the cultural, as you said, if you don't know the.
Yeah, that's why we if you saw in the video, we have a reference guide next to us. So it's definitely, if you played a bunch more, it'd be nice to have more of a mental
Yeah,
picture
and
of it.
also it doesn't help that unlike dealing with maybe with French or German, European Western culture where we can sort of guess a bit more. We are making a bigger leap culture-wise.
This is also, I've read that you can play with more players.
Yes.
We've only ever done 2.
Right.
So I don't know what the dynamic is like. Are there do they add more cards to the deck, or does the game just go much faster?
From what I read, it actually sounds like more like you play in pairs. But I'm not. Once again, I haven't done too much. I'm mostly because I'm just like I like the 2-player style. It just never occurred to me.
It seems to fit. Yeah.
And from what I heard, also this game might have a lot of house rules depending on where you are.
Yeah.
Like we actually played with one which some people don't like because it's too easy, where you can get a pair.
There's two specific cards, the moon and something else.
Well, it's the moon and the cup.
And it can be kind of easy.
Right.
There's other. I mean, I think if you're watching this video, there's probably 5 different ways that you've
I'm sure you can
played
yell at us for all of
Hanafuda.
them.
But I don't think it's not like you're doing it wrong. It's because it's the same thing with poker.
Right.
It's so
you know,
old.
Like
there's just,
ace is high, ace is low. Joker's wild. I mean, it all
Exactly.
depends on what kind of table you're playing at.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be an official, like, this is the pro circuit kind of thing, but in the end, it's still one of those things that, because it became so ubiquitous in a country, depending on where it is, it's one of those things like everyone has their own house rules. There's all different tables that people can play at.
it's versatile.
Yeah.
It has a lot of stuff going for it. So Koi Koi, Hanafuda cards.
Overall-
I think if you can pick up a set, you should.
Yeah, I think it's a fun. I mean, it only takes up like it fits in the palm of your hand. It's not. It's like a deck of cards. You're not gonna. It's not something like you're gonna be crying. It's not gonna hurt your wallet or your shelf space.
Right. It's just something that's fun to have as a collector item. It looks nice. It feel nice.
I think just knowing more about the history of board games all around the world just give you some more
a
perspective.
little bit, exactly. Something that you can
Maybe
do.
not if you have a gambling problem.
Like while you're hanging out, drinking, watching TV with a buddy, like
Sandwich in one hand.
Yeah, 2 sandwiches, and then you use your mouth to hold the cards. If you want to be creative, it's fun. It's cool, and it's cool that Nintendo still makes these in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting piece of their history as well. So Hanafuda, Koi Koi, go look for it somewhere.
But if you want to check out some other games, we've got the place for you. RollForCrit.com.
Yeah, we sell all kinds of card games, some with poker-like elements, some with hand management and set collection kind of elements for great prices. Plus, we have more videos and reviews like this one. And we'd love to hear from you, your thoughts on Hanafuda. Maybe there's some other games we haven't tried or different rules that you use.
If there's any game you want us to review, or maybe different history of games, let us know. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, old, new, we cover it all. We range all the centuries now.
Except for the year 1776. We don't talk about that year.
Did you just pick a random year and it happened to be the
Yes,
birth of our
yes.
nation? All right. Don't read into that, folks. Leave a comment if you want. We'll read it on the show in our YouTube section, or email us, rollforcrit@gmail.com. We're on Twitter. Subscribe, like this video, etc. We'd appreciate it. Until next time, I'm Jonathan Estes.
And I'm Will Keeler, and this has been another Roll for Crit Playback. Yeah, I just want to say, like, what's the first numbers up here? That appeared in my
I was
head.
like, I'm pretty sure he's not trying to make an anti-American
No, it wasn't.
statement.
It just, that was the first year that number appeared in my head. Like, I want to choose an old year. So let's start with 17.
I was like, let me rescue him.